My name is Jack Paddock. I am the mighty Poseidon, the great earth shaker, lord of the sea. I come to speak to you today in my more young and attractive form. I feel it suits me better. My domain is vast, and if you want to make it through my treacherous seas, there better be a prayer and a ripe, tasty bowl in my near future. My parents were Cronus and Rhea. We had some family issues. When I was born, my father swallowed me along with 4 of my other siblings. Of course, our hotshot brother Zeus had to be the one to save us. Only because our mother saved him, though. He thinks he's so cool, but really all he can do is throw around some fancy lights. Now don't get me started on that daughter of his, Athena. If you ask me, she was in his head for way too long. It messed up both their minds. Now they want to side with the mortals as one of their men prances around messing with the offspring of the gods. Now, I, along with Apollo, the son of my brother Zeus, built the great walls of Troy tall and mighty. They were virtually impenetrable, from the outside at least. If you made it into the city, on the other hand, you could run rampant and bring the walls down from the inside. Naturally, having had built the walls, I sided with the Trojans in this most devastating war over the most beautiful woman the earth has ever seen, save the fairest divine Aphrodite. The Greek king Menelaus and his brother Agamemnon led a valiant army, amongst them King Odysseus of Ithaca, a cunning and physically strong warrior. Line? Now, I didn't say the Trojans were the smartest human beings. They allowed a giant wooden horse filled with the Greeks' finest heroes to enter the great wall, the walls, and Odysseus, amongst others, evaded the walls and lay siege to the great city. Line. A tragic misuse of gifts from the gods, if you ask me. Next. Line. This Odysseus guy is really messing with all the wrong people, if you ask me. First, he defeated the army that I was siding with. Naturally, he had to be punished. So he spent a long 7 years sleeping with Calypso, the daughter of the Titan Atlas, on an island unreachable by ship, from which I don't even think he tried to escape from. Meanwhile, his loyal wife is weaving a blanket for his dead body and fighting off at least 25 men at the same time. Like, what's up with that? So when all the other gods are saying, why are you trying to kill this guy? He's practically one of us. I just gotta keep on sending giant killer waves and whatnot his way. So by now, Odysseus knows that I strongly dislike him with passion. Next, he comes ashore on an island inhabited by one of my strongest sons, Polyphemus, a burly cyclops who I'm so proud of for eating some of Odysseus' men. He had intentions to eat Odysseus where he stood, but the ever-so-cunning Odysseus tricked the spawn of one of the most intelligent divines this universe has ever seen. He stabbed my son's only eye out and escaped with his life. Odysseus was foolish, though. He wanted to take credit, hubris took control of his mind and plagued his intelligence. He wanted credit for what he had done, so he shouted his name out to my son, so he knew exactly who had done this terrible deed. My son then prayed to me for revenge, and revenge he would have. Now, don't get me wrong. I respect Odysseus for his cleverness, yet he is still my enemy. He has wronged me many times before. So I fulfilled my son's wish to curse Odysseus, and although I know I cannot kill Odysseus because fate forbids it, I'll be damned if I can't make his journey home a living nightmare. So him and his crew will be plagued by me for the rest of their journey. Odysseus then Odysseus then interrupts a feast held in my honor by the Phaeacians. If I were them, I would be infuriated, but no. The next thing I see, they are helping Odysseus, giving him a ship, a crew, and plenty of gifts for his travels home. But what no one realizes, though, is that my plague still endures, and when Odysseus sailed his ship into the harbor of Ithaca, I turned the whole thing to stone, and now resides in the bottom of the ocean. Line.
He finally makes it
to his beloved homeland, but not until after all his original men were killed and all ships were wrecked. I will not forget. I will not line.
I will not forget the troubles.
I will not forget the troubles Odysseus has caused me, and my wrath will endure. For I, the great Earthshaker, will not forget clever Odysseus of Ithaca. Do I stop it?